Metro Los Angeles. Lake areas. Did you know LA has lakes? What would it be like to live in a lake or by a lake? Well, if you would like to know just what's in reach when it comes to living by a lake, well, Lake Sherwood just may be the neighborhood for you. I'm Corrie Sommers, your local Los Angeles realtor. Stay tuned. We are going to cover the neighborhood of Lake Sherwood here in Southern California. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, take a moment to click the subscribe button and the bell for updates, and I'll be right back. Where is Lake Sherwood? Why have you never heard about it? Well, technically, Lake Sherwood is just a hair outside of Los Angeles County. That's right. If you're looking at a map, to the left of Westlake Village, you enter into Lake Sherwood. It's part of the Conejo Valley and Ventura County. Now, Lake Sherwood is very exclusive. It has 3 gated communities, but let me first share with you a little bit about the history. For many centuries, the area that is now Lake Sherwood in the Conejo Valley was inhabited by the Comanche Indians. It wasn't until the Spanish expeditions in the later years of the 18th century did this actually change. At this point, Lake Sherwood and the surrounding area was named the Portola Valley until California became the 31st state in the United States in 1850. Now, once California officially became a part of the United States, a land commission was formed to determine and identify officially who owned certain land grants throughout California, and this also included Lake Sherwood. Now, the Portola Valley that consisted of this area that is now Lake Sherwood was sold as a part of the larger Rancho El Cajon to Howard Mills and John Edwards in 1872. In 1975, Mills later sold this to Joseph and Isabel McLaurin, and they held on to this land for more than a decade, eventually selling it to the Banning Company in 1888. This land remained in possession of the Banning Company for close to 8 years before it was sold to W.H. Matheson. It was Matheson who began to do developments in the Lake Sherwood area around the turn of the century. By 1904, he created a sizable 45-foot dam that led to the creation of the Portola Lake, which is now known as Lake Sherwood. As the years went on, Lake Sherwood became a destination place for recording movies as early as the 1920s, and for decades later, as much of Southern California was. The land held by Matheson eventually went to his sons and his son's wife, Elsie, and when they divorced in 1925, half of the land was given to Elsie. Now, she married again a few years later to a man named James Counterbury, after which the lake was named Counterbury Lake for a short while. Now, if you remember your history, in the early 1900s, the stock market crashed, and at that point, the property was sold to William Randolph Hearst. After Hearst acquired the land, he opened it for filming, and many more films and television shows were filming in this particular area. It remained in Hearst's possession until he sold it in 1963 to Dayton Realty. Now, Dayton Realty had intentions to develop 1,400 homes in this area. The original residents fought this very, very much until it was formally denied by Ventura County's Board of Supervisors. Dayton Realty ended up draining the lake in 1983 for a supposed testing of the dam, after which they never refilled it. And because they didn't refill the lake as necessary, a substantial amount of damage occurred within that local ecosystem. The lake bed, as well as property surrounding it, was purchased by billionaire David Murdoch in 1985, shortly after which a torrential rainstorm swept through the area and filled up some of the lake. In 1989, the Lake Sherwood community was finally developed with more than 650 homes and 3 guard-gated neighborhoods. The Sherwood Lake Club and the Sherwood Country Club were added into the area at the same time. As I mentioned previously, Lake Sherwood was often used for filming, and one of the most notable filming that has taken place in recent years was Robin Hood, as well as Bridesmaids back in 2011. This community has been home, again, to many celebrities, and we're not going to run through all those names. It is really notable, though, because of the prestigious, luxurious homes and golf courses within the community, which is truly something special. Now, with the 3 gated communities, the first community is the Meadows at Lake Sherwood, and this is filled with homes with large open floor plans and windows looking out to Westlake's hills. It's full of solitude and privacy, and it's a great appeal for homeowners who want proximity to Westlake Village and all the shopping and dining it affords. The Lake Sherwood community is also a gated part of the area, and the Estates at Sherwood Country Club is a guard-gated section of approximately 160 homes. While every part of Lake Sherwood is a premier destination for any homeowner, some of the residents are situated by the golf course, and there are a few homes actually around the lake. Now, education, schools in this area is part of the Conejo Valley Unified School District, not Los Angeles. So students are able to attend Westlake Elementary, Colina Middle School, Oaks Christian School, the Cardin Cajon School, Westlake High School, and all these schools have excellent reputations for achieving some of the highest test scores in California. In fact, Westlake High has been recognized for the National Blue Ribbon Schools, and it is an award that is only shared with 329 schools nationwide that particular year. Well, we're going to dive into a couple of the homes that are on the market. You know what I like to do, is my fun part of these videos is share with you an entry-level home, a mid-priced home, and the highest price point home at the time of recording this video. So now, an entry-level home at the time of recording this video here in Lake Sherwood is selling for $2 million. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, 3,139 square feet. Some renovations are needed, such as tile in the downstairs bathroom. It's a home that has some needs of upgrades, but it's comfortable and it's livable, and this particular property could be your entry into this neighborhood. Now, before I continue on, I just have to interject this. I had a client who was looking in Lake Sherwood, and so we got to take a look at a really exemplary home that was right on the lake, and it was just so beautiful and peaceful and serene. And you know, to be in Southern California, a very dry climate where there's fire seasons, being right on the water like that is pretty spectacular. So let me dive into the mid-price home at this time recording this video, and that had an asking price of $6,899,000. It is a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom home, 6,200 square feet on a 12,050 square foot lot. Now, this particular home has views of Lake Sherwood. It's one of the original homes built on the lake, and this particular location was literally picked for having the best view of the lake. The property has been upgraded and redesigned and has a beautiful floor plan. You get both lake views and mountain views. The highest priced home on the market at the time of recording this video had an asking price of $17.9 million. That's a 5-bedroom home, 8 bathrooms, 8,994 square feet on a 52,707 square foot lot, so over an acre. Now, this is a brand new build. It has like breathtaking lake views and just unmatched luxury. It's an architectural masterpiece. You've got panoramic lake views, cutting edge smart home technology, and basically resort style amenities. This is a private gated home inside a gated community, and this estate just seems to span more and more as you've got over 4,000 square feet of balconies, and 2,000 of which are framed by sapphire glass railings. This home has everything you could expect in a brand new construction home: your control 4 system, Wi-Fi technology, chef's kitchen, sub-zero refrigerator, and more. As you can see by the photos, this is a great property. So if you are looking for something that is exclusive, you want to be by a lake, you really are concerned with what's going on in the state of the world, in the state of our country, and you're saying, I want to be behind a gate, taxes in Los Angeles, the price of homes, all of those things are a factor for you, you might want to consider Lake Sherwood, because again, it is literally right next to Westlake Village. And so if you are doing business in Los Angeles, if you need to get to different things, if you are in entertainment, and let's just say your practice field is in Woodland Hills, maybe Westlake Village is a thought, but Lake Sherwood is gated, private, and it's not far from where you need to be. All these things might be a factor for you. If you would like to learn more about Lake Sherwood, or perhaps visit a home, or you're not represented and you'd like to talk about exploring this area, you can get on my calendar below. There is a link, or you could just call and text me and we can schedule some time together. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have more for you. And again, Lake Sherwood, complete gated community, one for you to consider. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, take a moment to click the subscribe button and the bell for updates, and I'll be back again soon.